my gambling, although I'm still above 50% on the year, so people are still making money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, off of my picks, which I am proud about. But boy, the glory days that I had this season seem to be long gone. Those things are in the rear view, and they're getting smaller and smaller as I'm continuing to drive faster and faster away. I started out this weekend here, week 15, 0-2 last night. I had the under, 1 to overtime, 1 to over. Both teams scored in overtime, by the way. Never fucking happens. Over hits. Then also I had Raiders -3 and then -3.5 as well. Just for no other reason other than Anthony Lynn's going to fuck it up. They need to win a game. And then, Derek Carr pops his goddamn groin about 4 minutes into the game. Justin Herbert, maybe the best quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life last night at times. I mean, he's going to be unbelievable. And then the Raiders just throw an interception away at the end. No, listen. Super Mariota is back.
Yeah, he is.
He looked good.
Marcus Mariota is all the way back. All right, that was awesome to watch him. Actually, as somebody who played against him in the AFC South, I'm happy that he got his chance because he got run out of time by Tannehill, and it was a quiet departure because of how much success Tennessee had. See you later. He signed for like $8 million with the Raiders this offseason. Everybody's like, "What's he doing? What's he doing?" I assume he's had a chance to kind of move over everything that happened in Tennessee mentally, maybe get better at football because it seemed like it last night, and he was awesome to watch. But with that being said, the Chargers tried to give away that game last night. They tried to have the Raiders cover, and then, it just couldn't happen. Good game, good Thursday night football matchup. 1 to overtime. Anytime you get that in divisional game, it's going to be good. Michael Lombardi told us yesterday, he's co-host of Hammer Don podcast. He said it's going to be a 3-point game. So if it gets a 3.5, you're screwed, whatever it is. And that's exactly what happened somehow, some way, even though it looked like the Raiders were just going to score a touchdown on the first drive, game over, win by 6, and cover. How you doing? Keep it moving. They couldn't do it. A great start to week 15, though. I'm pumped for the weekend. We got some games now. There's some things to bet on, but last night's game, I think the only thing we learned is that the Raiders can't close the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think 7 of the last 9 seasons that John Gruden, his coach, has not made the playoffs.
Correct.
The Raiders were 6-3 and had the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL. Everybody said they've lost 4 out of the last 5. And if it wasn't for Greg Williams' cover 0 blitz at the end of the game, they would have lost 5 out of the last 5 games. There's just another collapse, just like last year, and I guess just like the 7 of the last 9 seasons for Gruden. What's the problem? Is this like Andy Reid's season? Like we used to talk about. We used to talk about Andy Reid's season being something that was very real, where Andy Reid would draw up plays. And he, for whatever reason, well, I know why, because if I had plays that awesome too, it'd be tough for me to keep some in the chamber. But he would just unload all of his plays. And then it felt like week 10, week 11, maybe going even forward to week 12, everybody would figure out Andy Reid's defense or Andy Reid's offense, and it would be a whole different team. It was called Andy Reid season. People forget that because the last couple of years of Patrick Mahomes, he can continue just to draw up any plays because everybody has, and they just keep doing it or whatever. But Andy Reid got that off his back. Is John Gruden the same type of? Is all of his team kind of known about by a certain point and then it just moves on? Or is it the fact they don't have the quarterback that can really continue to go? Like you know what I mean? Derek Carr, by the way, you're never going to see him in a Raiders jersey again.
Probably not.
Hell of a run.
Yeah.
Hell of a run.
Good career.
Good career.
Well, he's going to be a backup for a long, long time. He's going to be a journeyman in the NFL. So his starting career was fantastic.
He is going to be a backup for at least the next year or two, I'd assume, after everything that's gone on. A lot of people are saying that he would have to earn his next contract here for the next couple of weeks. He pops his groin, T's and P's to that. Hope everything goes well with that. He's not going to be a Raider, though. He'll be a backup somewhere in probably a very small contract, and then he'll get a chance maybe to do what Tannehill did, maybe to do what Mariota did, maybe to do what other quarterbacks have done whenever they get a chance to start and kind of prove themselves again. But that feels like that's going to happen. But with Mariota, is he the guy next year in Oakland? Oakland.
For sure.
Oakland, that was Gruden's hat. Las Vegas. He is the guy, I think, though. They're only paying him $10 million, too. You can do a lot of stuff with that. Why not give him a chance? He looked good.
He looked incredible last night.
Gruden's going to chew him up and spit him out. You just wait.
You think Gruden's a problem at Nick Marotta? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you saw the numbers we just talked about.
Gruden, oh, man.
Rod Marinelli.
He was so good at Monday Night Football.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He was so good at Monday Night Football. And I know he's owed, $70 million at this point or whatever, $80 million. And Mike Mayock, who knows how that's going to continue to go, even though they seem to have a team that comes out of nowhere every single year and then they just right into the end. Who knows what's going to happen with that, but he was so good at Monday Night Football.
Yeah, the best.
Eastman to just make a deal with the Raiders. Hey, we'll pick up the $70 million. We'll just move it over to Monday Night Football. Pretend like this never happened.
You guys do what you got to do. That'd be awesome. But I feel like Al Davis's kid loves John Gruden, you know? So, like, that's a part of it. Gruden is a part of the Raiders, I believe, at this point. You know what I mean? The marketing, the strategy, the new city. And on the other side, Justin Herbert's really good.
Yeah.
Congrats to Anthony Lynn getting a big win.
Nice job, Tony.
I mean, there were some suspect decisions going on at the end of the game. They were trying their best not to win it, but they did. Justin Herbert in primetime games this season. This is from @Ducks Cruton, which is Oregon's recruiting.
Nice.
Page 600 total yards, 7 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The kid's it. He's got moxie. He's got size. He's got all the ability. It seems like he knows what the hell's going on the field. He makes plays he's not supposed to make. He has a little bit of Big Ben in him. While he's getting hit, he has a strong enough arm he'll be able to make a play. He's a dude, man. It was awesome to watch him. Congrats on getting the win. Congrats on yelling about getting in too. I mean, that made a lot of headlines last night on the internet. But that was a great game last night.
Yeah, and if Rod Marinelli's going to call the worst 2-minute defense to end the second half, he's going to take advantage of it.
Well, Rod Marinelli, you know, he had a short week. Okay, they got 4 starters out. The guy had no chance going in there, which anybody that bet the Raiders, you'd think they would know that. But at Viva Lazito, what is today's poll? I mean, I was sitting watching that game. I'm just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. The first drive of Herbert, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
this is how it's going to be. But then,
Yeah.
right back. Raiders come right back. And then all of a sudden, right to the groin, he goes. And then Mariota's running people over, dropping balls in the bucket. I'm
Great
like,
throw to Darren Waller.
here we go. Like, we're about to win.
back.
I'm back. I nod off for like 15, 20. I come back. What the fuck happened? What happened? And then I realized I missed a lot. 2 missed field goals, an interception, another missed field goal, a fumble potentially. I mean, there was a lot that happened at the end of the game. Games are getting good. But Justin Herbert seems to be that guy.